inside your head. Think about everything you said. Has a meaning behind it. I don't know, I just needed to find it. Like when you ask what the time is, you want me to leave, but I love you. Could kill me with kindness. Now when you talk, I don't have to fight this. I need to find it.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Welsh Esports League. I believe it is our final week of casting these teams here, Bigfoot, so I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, looking forward to it, mate. I think we get to see the Dragons again, which is pretty good, you know. We've seen, and the Pirates. The Pirates have been pretty good too. And are you aware of both games tonight?
Yeah, I think we have the Pirates and the Dragons, and
Nice.
I believe the other team that we have going on is in this chat. Let me double check. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully, it's a team we haven't seen yet, because my memory collects, I mean, we've seen the Goats, we've seen the Dragons, we've seen the Robins, we've seen the Pirates, but who else have we not seen? I feel like we're missing somebody.
That's a good question. I'd actually have to look through a history of everything we've been through. We've seen the Robins, yeah, we've seen the Goats. Goats are pretty good.
Seen the
I think
Pirates.
we might have seen everyone, but there was a map. I mean, a match.
No, we're missing. We haven't seen the Puffins yet.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
And just switch over to the standings there as well, will you, mate? Would you just get a look at the standings as well? We see the full points. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Swans went down last week, the week before last, and we didn't get to see that match, which is a bit of a shame. After everything we've seen from the Swans last season and this season, we didn't see their first defeat.
Yeah, very unique. Swans not being able to be seen losing. I mean, still living up to their name and their previous record. If you're not ever being watched to be seen, then you're going to be fine. So honestly, I think that we should be watching some great gameplay here once it does come down to it. But I got to ask you, Bigfoot, knowing how these teams have been competing over the past few really month now, almost, as this is the final week, who do you think is going to be taking it overall? I mean, we've seen a lot of great standings here.
It's hard to say, but I mean, with the Swans getting beaten, it's them being in second place. The leaderboard as it stands right now might be how it ends. I mean, what do you think? I don't think it's going to much can really change the first and second place that we've got right now.
I think you're right. I honestly am looking forward to what these guys are going to be doing, but as we've seen all these weeks, time and time again, just one team really just take the cake. The Dragons here, especially, beating out the Swans and putting themselves at that tier. It's really a battle for third place, in my opinion, of where these guys need to go. So if I were to expect anything, it would just be, people having fun. Hopefully, this is the Welsh Esports League. A lot of these players are from Wales, so they're really just representing the fact that, Wales being relatively small in the esports scene, finally having a place to be. So, no complaints from me on that department.
It's the Pirates that are ahead of the Swans right now with the only victory against them.
Wait, the Pirates are okay. You see, this is why I got
the Pirates to beat the Swans, and they actually did take Wizzing. So last week I was joking about why was I shouting Wizzing's name so much last season. Mm-hmm. It's because Wizzing was on the Swans. That's why I was shouting Wizzing's name so much in the first season. And Wizzing went over to the Pirates. A little bit of a shift off between the two seasons, and there we have the Pirates coming on top of the Swans, getting beaten by one of their ex-players.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty crazy watching these players fall down. And also, looking at the roster here at Welsh Esports League, if you guys don't know, players get kind of moved around across different teams every once in a while. The Puffins sometimes are one team that we didn't get to see a lot of and just bounce between anything. So let's just see what happens here. And hopefully we could just jump in and get into these games. But no matter what, I am excited to see this Welsh Esports League
too, though.
Oh, thank you, Bigfoot. Thank you. That definitely makes me feel big. But of course, with that being said, I can't wait to see what we are going to be watching in the final week here, as it's been a interesting last two seasons here, as this season is going to be wrapping up pretty shortly here. So honestly, I only can expect good things from these players, and I'm hoping, as we know, it's not going to be a stomp. Hopefully.
I mean, we might be doing one of those situations where it's vying for second place. Like the Pirates are pretty comfortable. They've got 6 wins in first place. Everyone else has got 4 wins. So that's 12 points for the Swans, the Robins.
Okay, we're in.
We're in. Nice.
Yep. So looks like on the Wizzing here, team that we know. This player, you're going to be doing some great things on Jet, already locked in here.
Got Molly's just played Killjoy the whole season. So that's not definitely no surprise to see that there.
Molly definitely knows how to have the Molly lineups, and that's kind of the whole point. So that should be pretty solid. This team composition is very common. So yeah, on the VMix, I think they could see us talk. Ooh, that's nice.
Samoon might be a new player for me. I don't seem to remember that name. Maybe that is a bit of a switch up in the roster there. But Satania, Rengoku, Via, and Molly would definitely see him play a lot this season.
Choose your agent.
Manis, Kalzi, Ross, and Laws as well. Familiar faces. Satania. We've seen Satania before. There's probably quite a similar lineup that we've seen before here.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Some people are talking about Chambers' return. Some people are saying Chambers back in business. Let's have a little look tonight and see if Manis can prove that theory right.
Oh, absolutely. I also think that one thing I am looking forward to is the damage output that these guys can be bringing to the table here. Manisk especially. He's one of those players that has a very solid aim, and that's what Chamber requires to move forward. But I'm looking at Satania here, who is rocking the Neon. Neon's one of those characters that is just so strong in the game, being able to lock things down and really keep this game moving. So no matter what, I'm thinking if Satania is going to be doing the damage, dishing it out, we're going to be experiencing some pretty fun stuff here for us. So Neon versus Whizzing is the main thing that I'm looking forward to.
Ascent is also a map we've probably seen the most of. So, you know, we've seen Modi play Ascent quite a bit. We've seen Whizzing play Ascent a lot last season. This season it seems to be one of the most popular picks for these teams.
Well, Ascent is one of the most popular picks in the entirety of Valorant Esports. So it's like the Dust 2 of this game. Or so I mean, well, now if you were to relate it to the current CS esports economy or system, it's really like Mirage in that regards. It's the most default map. It's even built just very similar to Mirage in how the gameplay actually goes down. So no matter what, I can expect good things from Ascent every time. However, it is a slow map. It doesn't have any gimmicks like portals, zip lines, ropes, any of that. It is straight up on your feet. You got staircases, and that's it. So it is as traditional in the 5v5 FPS genre that you can really find here in Valorant.
Yeah, and it's a map where you can control the tempo as the attacking team as well. There's a lot of control you have over that tempo. We've seen this a few times. We saw it in the first week for sure. There was a lot. I think we saw 2 Ascent maps, 4 different teams in the first week, and a bit of a mix-up in the tempo there. Starting to think as well. I think maybe picking that chamber was a bit of a defensive tempo control as well. You can hold that back. You know, you can hold that angle and teleport away on that B site. Probably will see some early peaks from Chamber on B main, teleporting out like we used to see back in the day. I mean, I haven't really seen Chamber get pulled out in Valorant comp for ages.
Yeah, you know, Chamber getting pulled back into that pool, as you pointed out during Agent Select. I think even with all of these recent nerfs, I can expect only the best from these guys. Knowing that these ones have locked in Chamber, I think with those nerfs happening a few months ago, man got sent all the way down south. But let's see what happens.
What's going on? I think we did see a Chamber pushing a TP out already with a Headhunter there, so like we are correct. I've got no sound on the game, unfortunately. Is if anything that John can do about that, that'd be great. But otherwise, we'll just go in blind. Say blind death. How's he making that push into B main? And there we do have Manis go down. So Chamber not being as effective as we predicted to start with, and Halsey, Ross, and just getting so many kills now. And 2 left for the Dragons. Making that push into sight. Rengoku strikes back. Laws and Wingsing get the kills. And the Pirates will get the first round.
Pirates taking the first round by storm there against Dragons. So these are the 2 highest people in the seed here. And I got sound. I don't know if you got sound, if you can hear me.
I got sound. I got some beeps just as you started talking. Perfect, mate. We're good to go. Missed the first start of that little bit there, but it was the little end was interesting as it was anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting watching how these guys are going to be playing it out. The Pirates with their team composition is very standard outside of their Sentinel pick. I think KJ is just the pick on Ascent, or maybe even a Cypher. But Chamber does have the ability to be aggressive, as we saw them taking that pistol round with that TP spot. But let's see what they can do, as it's a big rush towards A this eco.
And over on B side, we do have another chamber push into B main, so we might see that quite common. I wonder if we're going to move over to the A side at any point, but Laws and Wizzing getting the first 2 kills, but traded out. It's 2-2. Oh no, the Guardian so lethal in a pistol round. It does come out from Halsey. We've seen Halsey do damage to the Guardian before, and that's not going to stop. Now he sends out the drone, just trying to make sure he knows if someone's in wine or not, but shot down by
One enemy remaining.
Next time, mind the heavy
Wow.
machinery.
I mean, they got 2 picks, which is really all you can ask for in a second round. So hopefully we're going to find some nice stuff. And of course,
That is all.
it should be fun to watch these guys deal the damage and rock this game. But I'm also looking forward to what the players on the Dragons can do now, as this is their buy round here, Bigfoot.
Yeah, now Manus has switched up a little bit as well. Let's see if Manus can get an early pick into mid. There will be... Chance Star is just a headhunter on this sort of bonus round, but no one's going to peek mid. Oh, is Via going to peek mid? Okay, we'll see Headhunter versus Vandal. No, Via turns around, joins the rest of them to make that push into A main. Good comes out. Fast lane comes out. Easy wall to the back of the site there. Wall comes down, Dog gets destroyed, and the spike is down. Good start for the Dragons this round.
Absolutely great start indeed, but let's see what they can do as they're now flowing in. It's all about timing here with this alarm, and there it is. Oh my god, what a beautiful blind. It helps still with a pick onto Molly. Moon in a bad position, but luckily these players are still holding it down quite well. The defense, the retake, it's going great, and now it's up to the Neon. A 1v4 has a Vandal in hand, but what can they do? Can they bring the vengeance? They cannot, and that's going to be another 1 round down, and a bonus round handedly won there.
My ult is ready.
They're going to be grabbing 3 rifles, even switching out the Guardian. So how's he going to drop that Guardian for a Vandal? I wouldn't be surprised to see them buy another Guardian right now, but drop that Vandal over to a teammate. But still, rifles in hand, going to be doing a lot of damage. And it's fear from the previous bonus round, they don't even need them. So now they've got them. It's going to be very difficult for the Dragons to come forward. And this is what I was talking about. I think we might just be vying for second place tonight as the Pirates just steam ahead.
Yeah, the Pirates, they like building steam here. It's like they have a just steampunk pirate ship, and they are going right through these waters so far. The Dragons, if you're going to try to do anything, you're going to have to try to burn down their sails because they are gaining momentum here. But Wizzing, the guy we love to yell his name for, is about to maybe get a 1-tap down with a very aggressive push up mid. Never mind, we'll give a 1-tap to the Neon Satania. Laws, though, will get Via, and that's the 1-for-1 trade that we need to be seeing here. And Manus immediately shifts it back.
It's good to see Manus moving around the map to get those picks. You know, you don't want to be in the same place every single time. You want to surprise the opponents, they push into sight, and they definitely got surprised now. Dragons down to 2 players, 3 for the Pirates. Rengoku starting to scope out the A site. The spike is on A. Bird comes out, does get off the first one, not so much for the second. Manus hides from it, tries to peek, but the spray is too good from Rengoku. The Seekers are out. One goes through the door, one goes into main. Notice someone up on Heaven as well. Bang
One
from
enemy
Laws.
remaining. Last player standing.
Molly, what a
Molly's
beautiful
making it
headshot.
work.
Can Molly do it?
It's a good question, but it's a Bucky in their hand. What is going on? This Bucky could be make or break, and it's broken. Wonderful round there, and that is what we need to be seeing here from the Pirates onto the Dragons. Now, another round won. You just can't stop this ship.
Defuse the spike.
So close there as well. I'm sure if Molly managed to just play time a little bit more, the Bucky could have been crucial, but
Right here.
peeking out to Heaven with the Bucky, unfortunately there's just too much distance, and yeah, the rifle's going to win that no matter what. Only if Halsey was on very low health. You'd have to have Halsey on like half health to win that out. And now the Odin comes out in a B main. The meta Odin, the spam, but over to A site. They might just manage to escape that.
All right, now let's see what we can do moving forward for these players. Locking it in, ready to go. There's the headshot. Seamoon takes out Wizzing. Absolutely beautiful job That's what we want to be seeing from these players, and let's see if it's going to be consistent enough to work. With an ultimate down, the lockdown's here, but so is a Omen falling away. But look at this ultimate. Not actually doing anything besides damage here. And, wow, that's a lot of damage. They actually won it flawlessly.
Wow, that's what the Dragons needed. How's ult was all over the shop. Did get a little bit of chip damage, but it wasn't enough to even stop the flawless there. Really looking really good. They just managed to steam on the site, but you know, you only get that lockdown once every 4 or 5 rounds. And Molly's going to have to keep on grinding those orbs, grinding kills, trying to keep that lockdown on board if that's going to be the key to their victory.
Recalling my box out of charges.
Right? Let's see what else can happen.
Out of
Pirates.
Get up there. Go on. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, look at Ross. Ross is in a great position to get all 5 with the dagger. That's a lot of info. You're going to see an immediate rotation coming out from mid here. Flashbang out, and they're all blind, but except for Seamoon. Beautiful counterplay. Always play anti-flash if you're going to be trying to back up your teammates. And let's see what they can do now, but it's a 1-for-1.
Whizzing and Manus peeking out of market is a scary thing, but actually Whizzing does fall. Molly with the headshot. Now Molly falls. Laws gets 2. Semoon trades out.
Player standing.
Now it's the last player standing. Via against Manus. This could go either way. Not quite got from the shadows on the board just yet, but can pick up the spike by walking backwards as Manus makes a move into mid, going for a bit of a flank onto this. This could go crazy any second now.
Let's see how they can go crazy. 1-for-1. This is Via. This is all you gotta do, and you have the spike. You have a free sight, but it's the chamber on the flank. Unfortunately, no way to guard your flank here in a 1v1. You just have to have the game sense to maybe check that. But Manus,
30 seconds
here's
left.
the bomb getting planted and is walking
Spike
inches
planted.
by inches right up to this Omen and wins the firefight. There we go. That's another round won by the Pirates, and it was close. I will hand them to that, but that was expensive for the side of defense. All of their players had fallen except for Manus there.
What are you doing? Stop it.
Jesus Christ.
Well, Via had the game sense to check, but unfortunately not quick enough with the draw. Manus peeking through, you know, every foot by foot, clearing out that site foot by foot. The minute that Via's head came out, he locked onto it, gets that kill. And now, do you see the Tour de Force online? Would it come straight out, or is it just going to be a Vandal peek with a teleport? Maybe. I mean, it's what you sometimes do with the Tour de Force is save it for a save round, but I'm not sure if the Pirates are going to be pushed into a save round this half at all. So they may as well just get that Tour de Force straight out.
Yeah, well, the Tour de Force, is it as good on B compared to maybe A or mid? No. I think what they're doing right here is they're going to want to pop it if they switch to a different side or site, because on B, fails. But talking about fails, look at this.
Okay.
What a aggressive play from Whizzing, taking out 3 now only with a Deagle still holding W key. This is an amazing aggression play coming out from this Jet, and 3 kills for the price of 0 credits.
Yeah, Whizzing's going in for the ace here. Rengoku making the peek. Are they going to double peek? Via on the right, Rengoku on the left.
Last player
Laws goes
standing.
down. Whizzing gets Via. Oh my days. Laws was the bait for Whizzing to get this ace as Whizzing makes a peek through to site A. Rengoku's trying to push forward. No spike in hand. Ross backing off so Whizzing can get this ace, but Whizzing cannot get this ace. Rengoku denies it.
Wow, denied, shut down, and Ross being able to steal it away after Whizzing falls. Here's what the good thing, though. I'm looking at 3 ultimates here, 1 away from Rengoku, 2 away from Molly. If Molly gets a single kill and an orb, or maybe this map gives you enough time to get both orbs if it doesn't get sniped. So you can get that lockdown, and that should guarantee you the site. It's the post plant that I know this team has a lot of issues with. As look at their team composition. What do they have for post plant that isn't a KJ?
Not a lot, not a lot. If they can save all their util for post plant, they have some things, but they need those
Get out of my
utils
way!
to get into sight. Now we have the Tour de Force.
Spike
Manus
down
getting the
mid.
first kill onto Molly. At least Molly gets an orb. That's the least we can say for that. And now Manus is just on fire, shooting
One
down to the
enemy
fast lane, getting another. Now
Flawless.
Laws on the tail, Whizzing in the middle, and they all fall in seconds.
Wow. just you blink and you miss it, and they miss their shots. That is another round for Pirates. 6 above. They've already won this half in 8 rounds, and it's looking pretty scary for the Dragons here. I know that the Dragons are a pretty powerful team. They managed to do great things against teams like the Goats, and we've watched that happen. So watching the Dragons struggle against the Pirates, but when I say that, you got to remember everyone here in Season 2 has struggled against the Pirates.
Yeah, even the Swans, but the Swans did lose Whizzing over to the Pirates, so they've got a bit of a mix on this season. It's been good to see, though. They're definitely a little bit more balanced this season than it was last. We saw some of the best matches I've seen in the Welsh Esports League yet last week. I actually think the 2 best matches we saw in the whole entirety of Season 1 and Season 2 Welsh Esports was last week. So if you've got time to check out the VOD, go check it out. They're pretty intense matches. Whizzing making this good down count into mid. Going to get an excellent flank, I think, as the Dragons are held back on site A by the Pirates' power and on the doorway.
Oh, and the flank is coming through. Manus gets 2. Molly with the Molly kills Ross.
Player standing.
Molly can't kill anything else. Seamoon. Judge on attack.
Love it. Big fan, big fan. Whether it works or not, I'm a fan.
Let us see what they have planned for us this time.
All right, well, let's see this now. This is going to be pretty rough and stuff here, as these guys now are down 7 rounds. I feel like I'm about to be saying they're down 8 rounds next turn. I know that this is a streak and a stomp here, but they're back at A, about to do it again. This time, not really having that much of a read. Only one person pushing up Cat here. No one's on A site.
They're literally just going to let them have A site. Maybe they know the Killjoy's online. Yeah, it's just, why not? Why not just let them have it? They won the retake last time when the lockdown wasn't online. And last time
Spike planted.
Was it? Yeah, did they take it back? No, they didn't manage to take it back. So that's because they pushed too hard, you know, when they were on site. So now they've let them have it. I'm going to watch this retake. Ross falls.
Ooh. Oh my god, this retake is just so aggressive. They have no util. They even are going to pick up Ross after that ultimate. And there's the util finally doing it. He sticks it. No way.
Yeah.
The only kill they got was after the round started. Or ended.
Now that's game sense. Seeing the lockdowns online, knowing it's going to be an A execute, knowing that if you're still on site, you're going to be taken back like you were last time. Just waiting for the retake and doing it with all your util. Everything ready to go. Yeah,
great things here. But let's see what else can happen for these players. Now, looking at this, it's 9-1. We got 2 more rounds in the half here, Bigfoot, so it's not over yet. But it's really close. Look at defense. They've just held W every time. And there goes the only control that they had. Let's see what else can happen here. It's an A push. Manus has to hold it, but the dog bites him hard. And it's a 3v4. The Dragons are in an advantage here for the first time in a long time. Never mind.
Spike planted.
Never mind, yeah. Just they can't hold on to it too long. Ross gets Samoon. Now they're on the back foot again. Rengotri's going to get taken down by Ross as well. Molly's going to send a Molly out. Going to send it off, but bang. You fall to Whizzing with a headshot. There's not much else to be done.
Here we go. All right. So, Pirates winning again. This time at double digits at the first half. 10-1. We could see 11-1. But what we did see is the only time Dragons took a round, they did it flawlessly. And then they couldn't replicate anything even close to that. So, my question to you, Bigfoot, what do you think they need to do at the side switch besides maybe, just maybe, taking a deep breath and maybe hitting the aim labs?
I think it's a little bit late. They should have switched up halfway through the attack side. They've just been walking into their deaths mostly. On B, they haven't tried too much of a mid tactic or too much of a default tactic. I think it's a little bit late for adjustments. The adjustments had to have been made in the earlier rounds. Maybe slowing it down, playing for the pick, playing together, so at least you get a trade. Just get that first pick. Nice flash there. Look at that. Apart from that, actually, someone does strike back and hit Ross.
Get out of my way!
Oh, there we go. Shots fired and knives falling. What is happening with Samoon there? That was a one-on-one to a guy with his back turned and he whiffed. 3 knives, but Via here for it will now be gone, and the knives are popped out for the last player standing. It's the last round of the half, and this could be Molly's last stand, but the right click misses.
One enemy remaining.
The shorty doesn't.
Nice.
They can clutch this. 5 HP.
Oh,
What?
Oh, cheeky
My ult is
Halsey,
ready.
stop it.
Revealing area.
5 HP. You get the headshot
Switching
in there.
sides.
Wow.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
Yeah, I don't think there's much switching up the Dragons can do now.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, the Dragons, luckily, are able to, be this far in with 1 point. It's not 12 and nothing. You've never heard of an 11-1 curse because it doesn't exist. You've never heard of an 11-1 comeback because it doesn't happen. But what can happen is something new. History doesn't happen until it happens. You got to remember that. And history can be made today, Bigfoot.
It can, mate. The odds are against them, but, it can still happen.
Oh,
slightly.
yeah. I can hear the smile on your face with the sarcasm going through you.
Can't use it.
When we say possible, we don't just mean not impossible. Definitely difficult. Laws and whizzing, headshots.
Oh, they got one!
Yeah, does manage to strike back, though, yeah. Look at this. The Pirates are now walking in a sport. This is just
One
so
enemy
cheeky.
remaining.
Well, Molly, last player standing, and they hold W and left click at the same time. If you've ever played Team Fortress 2, that player plays Pyro. But looking at these guys, it's like precise gunplay, optional. Thoughts, optional. Any tactic besides holding the W key and running it down, optional.
Well, we're on a match point now. I think all hope is now resting on that judge. See what the judge can get, but we're going to see this B-side push again. Got me as well. Judge comes out, and yeah, Satania gets down to 4 HP. Nice try.
Well,
Do not sit in
that's
that
what you want to
spot.
do
You're
with the
gonna die.
judge.
You're going to die. Yep,
What are
you're
they
dead.
doing?
Yep, you're dead.
That's okay. Here's how you use a judge. You camp a solid corner that isn't shot. You see what Rengoku's doing? That's how you use the shotgun. Let's see if they actually can use this shotgun to get a kill.
One enemy remaining.
Hopefully. As to the last player standing, but Whizzing is just going to be like, hello, pull your knife out for what?
Attackers win.
A knife fight, maybe? Maybe trying to beg for the knife fight.
Beg for the knife fight. They're going to have to beg for mercy, as that is the last time we're going to be seeing them in Season 2. Dragons showing up against the Pirates in an immaculate fashion, getting 1 round flawlessly done. And that's it.
Second fastest Valorant game I've ever seen.
I was working an event last weekend, and one of the teams on there was a pretty powerful team. They proceeded to go 13-0. The game was less than 13 minutes long. They won fast. It was
So that was
the
faster
amount
than
of
that
rounds
Swans
was
30,
less than the
last
amount of
season.
minutes. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, just like that, it's over. There isn't actually a second game tonight, unfortunately. So that is the last game that we will be streaming for Season 2 of the Welsh Esports League. So I hope to see you all in Season 3, and we'll maybe see a little bit more of a switch up of the teams. Is there anything you'd like to see in Season 3 when we get there?
I'd like to see 2 rounds being won. That's definitely something that I think benefits a lot of people. But also, what I'd like to see is everybody coming back with a positive mindset and being able to compete. Because remember, just because you didn't do well in this season, or if you did do well, doesn't mean you can keep that streak going. So next season, I want to see some new teams being on the chopping block. As we saw versus Season 1 to Season 2, Swans was the team that we were looking forward to. So, Pirates really showed up here. They only were in about 3rd place last time. Now they're in 1st with a massive undertaking of rounds. But with that being said, if you guys want to check out all of the stats, all of that, make sure to check out the Welsh Esports Hub. It's the website where you can find everything you need to know about the next upcoming seasons. Make sure that you get your account signed in and all that fun stuff, because here at Welsh Esports League, it's the point of the players to make some fun happen. So it's been fun with you, Bigfoot.
Yeah, you too, mate. I'll see you around. Probably see you before the Welsh Esports League again. Follow us both on Twitter. It's at BigfootCasts, at Educanator.
I just changed it. So I got a new
Did you?
Twitter
Great.
handle. Yeah, it's at
What is it?
Educautious. So
Educautious.
Yeah, because
Nice.
I've been branded as Educaution on everything but casting for a long time, so we got that fixed. But with that being said, special shout out to our observer of the day, Korriban, and our producer and also pretty much manager of all the behind the scenes stuff, Slayer John. Can't have the Welsh Esports League without John, so shout out to them. And of course, shout out to you guys in chat. Thank you for making it active and having some fun watching these gameplays. But with that being said, I think that's me and Bigfoot signing off for the season 2 of the Welsh Esports League.
See you later. Thanks for having us.